Welcome back to Oak Interlink's YouTube channel. Today, we are addressing one of the sneakiest problems almost everyone deals with: communicating in a way that feels clear to us but lands totally different for the person listening. Most people walk around thinking their communication is good, but the truth is, a lot of us send out mixed signals without even realizing it. Let's break down what's actually happening. Most communication fail doesn't happen because people aren't trying. They happen because people assume they are being clear. We hit send on a message or say something in passing and think our intention is obvious. But communication doesn't depend on what you intend. It depends on what the other person receives. That little gap between intention and reception is where most misunderstandings begin. Something to keep in mind is that every message goes through two different brains with two totally different backgrounds. If you think you have your own experiences, assumptions, and context, keep in mind that the person listening is processing your message through their own lens, priorities, and expectations. So even if your message makes perfect sense to you, you might seem completely different to them. That's why communication isn't about making more, it is about talking for your audience. Let's now discuss common mistakes people often use when communicating. When we are stressed, excited, or trying to be extra helpful, we tend to over-explain. We talk in long paragraphs and in detail, hoping more words will mean more clarity. But the human brain can only juggle so much at once. Your main point ends up getting buried, people tune out, and suddenly the conversation feels 10 times more complicated than it needs to be. To fix this, lead with the point. Your details can come after. This second mistake comes from something called the cost of knowledge. If you know all the context, the backstories, and the situation, it is easy to assume the other person does too. Then you send a super short message expecting them to just get it. But they can't read your mind, so they fill in the blanks with their own assumptions, which rarely match yours. To fix this, give just enough context so they don't have to guess. We all love shortcuts like, "I will do it soon," "this should be fine," or "we will figure it out." But those words doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. One person's soon is tonight, another person's soon is next Thursday. That's how expectation collides, deadlines slip, and frustrations build. Next time, be clear. Clear beats vogue every single time. Sometimes, when someone says something that hits you the wrong way, your brain could build a story around it. You could think they are being rude or they are annoyed and trying to undermine you. But most of the time, they are not doing any of that. They are stressed, distracted, or just phrasing things badly. Reacting to imagined intent is one of the fastest ways to start a conflict that doesn't need to happen. Next time you catch yourself doing that, ask, "Hey, what do you mean by that?" It can save you from drama you really don't need. Most people can hear words, but very few actually listen. Real listening means being present, not planning your comeback and checking your phone. When you don't listen fully, the other person can tell, and the whole conversation becomes shaky before it even starts. Listening isn't passive, it's a skill, and it changes everything. Here's the thing: None of these mistakes mean something is wrong with you. They are just human habits. We communicate on autopilot and we can assume we are being clear because we understand what we mean. We also tend to forget that other people do not think like we do. But once you notice these patterns, you can break them and your communication instantly levels up. Now, when communication slips, everything gets messy. Misunderstandings occur, frustrations show up, and there will be conflict over things that didn't need to be conflict. Small issues add up and eventually they cost time, relationship, and even career growth. But here is the good news. The moment you fix your communication, everything improves right along with it. Effective communicators don't just say what comes to mind. They pause, they think, and they shape their message with purpose. Intentional communication is a shift from reaction to response, from guessing to being clear, and from talking at people to connecting with them. Once you make this shift, your conversations become easier and way more meaningful. Intentional communication looks like clarity, purpose, tailoring your message to your audience, using specific wordings that removes room for misinterpretation, and listening to understand, not just to reply. It also looks like checking in to make sure your message actually landed. These small habits can create powerful communication. Before you hit the send or start talking, ask yourself, how will the other person receive this? This one shift takes your communication from accidental to intentional, and the difference is unbelievable. If you are ready to go deeper and actually develop these skills, we'll build something for you. Our full effective communication course walks you through everything step by step: clarity, confidence, difficult conversations, business communications, and so much more. It's designed to help you communicate in a way that is actually understandable and effective. You can get it for free for the next 1 month. The link is in the description if you would like to explore it. Thanks for watching, and remember, great communication isn't about talking more, it's about connecting better. Don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more videos. Bye.